Hi guys, that was weird. I got a weird message from YouTube. Anyway, I know I look ghastly, but it's just going to have to do. Could you move, please? Somebody's in front of the light. There we go. But I wanted to do a video on my Lilly Pulitzer agenda. I got it today, and it is fantastic. You can see there that parts of the cover are shiny. This is the A5 size agenda. So I'm going to do some comparisons between it and the Erin Condren today. So it's a little bit narrower than the Erin Condren, but it was $26 or $26.95. I got it on the Lilly Pulitzer site. I watched another video about a Lilly Pulitzer agenda and got the welcome or the code WELCOME to use for free shipping, and it worked. So try that. I did get free shipping, so it was I think it was $26 even, and it is fantastic. So I just wanted to share it with you, and I'm going to do some comparisons between it and the Erin Condren Life Planner from last year, so that you can see the differences, and I'll show you what I prefer about the Lilly Pulitzer as opposed to the Erin Condren. Not necessarily what's wrong with Erin Condren, because it's a fine planner, but first of all, you have this hardcover, which I anticipate being more durable than the laminate. The laminate on both sides of mine is coming apart at the corners. Well, not both sides. I shouldn't say all the sides. It's just, you can see here really clearly, if I could get it up in front of the camera, up by the spiral. So this is the top of the binder. So up by the spiral, it's really bad, and it's just, you know, the tabs have just been hideous. A couple of them have torn off. I know they fixed that this year. They laminated them. But part of the problem is because these tabs stick out further than the cover, and so that's problematic even if the tabs are laminated. Because I also understand this year that last year when you opened them, the tabs opened to a cardstock month, and now those months are no longer cardstock, they're paper. So even though it's laminated, I have concerns that it would still come off here unless it's laminated further onto the page. So I'm not sure, but those are some of the differences here. You can see that in Lilly Pulitzer, the tabs are different because they're not actual tabs, they're cut pages, but they do not stick out the end of the planner, so that's really brilliant. So this has a hard cover on it, obviously, both sides. It has the elastic band, which I love to keep it closed. The Erin Condren does not have that elastic band. I love that, especially when you start sticking things in your planner. You know, it's not going to just flop open in your bag, or if you set it down, it's not going to blow open or what have you. So I really, really like that. So the Lilly Pulitzer, again, you open it up, and it's just pink on the inside. Unfortunately, I really think this is wasted space, because you have this, and then you have the back cover, and all you have in the back cover are the rivets where the band goes. This would have been really great space to stick a pocket or future calendars or, you know, any number of things, but it may not be wasted because it's also space that you yourself can put things in. And one of the things that I really love about the Lilly Pulitzer agendas is that it's not so taken up by designer gizmos, gadgets, and you know, trendy things. You can really personalize it. So the inside is just plain, and then you have this paper pocket. So this is it's not exactly cardstock. It has some sort of coating on it. It is double-sided, so you have a pocket on both sides. The Erin Condren had one of those in the back. I like that it's in the front in this one, because in the back, like it is in the Erin Condren, I tend to put things in there and forget it. It also had a double-sided pocket last year. This year, the pocket is deeper, but it's only one-sided, which is just sad because that was one of the really huge selling features, I think, of a spiral-bound planner. And also this pouch, they still have in the Erin Condren. Lilly Pulitzer does not have that pouch. It would be really easy to stick one of those plastic pouches in the front or the back cover that you can pick up at any office supply store. So anyway, you open it up. You have that pocket on both sides. You can decorate this bright white. You can decorate it any way you want to. This is one of the things that frustrated me about Erin Condren, is that, you know, it's already decorated with her designer stuff. The one for this year is too. Well, that makes it pretty, but it also means that I can't do it the way I want to. So, you know, trade-offs. Then it has a page of stickers, and they're all just really cutesy stuff. You know, her trademark is this, these kind of, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say Miami Vice colors. I don't dislike them, but for lack of a better word, you know, pinks and yellows and light blues and light greens, and just, I just love this thing. It's very girly, very pretty, just really cute. I think it's designed more toward young college girls, but, you know, whatever. I'm sort of in that middle age, reliving my childhood anyway. You turn to the next page, there's a really interesting story about Lilly Pulitzer and how she got started. I thought that was going to be just like stupid, but it was kind of interesting. If you hate it, there's this nice border around it. You can tape stuff to it and cover it up anyway. Then next you have a 2013, 2014. This is nice because you have 2 years out. This is a 17-month planner, 18 months. Check the Lilly Pulitzer site. I don't remember. It runs August of this year to December of 2013. So yeah, what, 18 months? 17, whatever. It's like a year and a half. And then you have a 2013 excuse me, calendar and a 2014. Obviously you don't have 2012 because that's included in, although it might have been nice to have the previous month. I don't know. I don't need those, but okay. And then the first thing you have, and notice that the tabs here are cutouts. It's the same paper, but it's notched. So right here you have the months, your 17, 18 months all together in the front. At first I thought, well, that's just stupid because you have double months, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But it makes really good sense because if you go to school or if you use your same planner for work and for home, you can use these months that are in the front for work and then use the ones that are back against the weeks for home, and that's what I plan to do. So these in the front will be my work stuff, and there's a to-do list right here, so there is some room to write. The squares are fairly large, but I don't make huge notes in these. Primarily what I do with monthlies is note when things are due, so it works perfectly. All of them have some cute little picture at the bottom, so they're not just plain, but the designer stuff doesn't take up the whole page. So that presumably is October, yeah, with pumpkins. November, just a nice little picture. The paper is very nice. It's pretty thick. It's very similar to the Erin Condren paper of this 2012 calendar. The new paper, I understand, has gotten thinner. This is pretty nice paper. I have not tried fountain pens on it yet, but I would say by the weight of it, it's somewhere around 80, 85 GSM. And I would anticipate that it would take a fine fountain pen. I would be nervous about it taking a very wet nib or very wide nib, but it should take gel pens and felt tips no problem, especially if you use those Staedtler fine liners like I've talked about. Okay, moving on. So you have the months in the front, and immediately after the months, you have dates to celebrate. So you have lines for every single month, so you can put birthdays, anniversaries, whatever. It doesn't have the numbers like the Erin Condren does, which I kind of like, because you might, if you number it 1 through 30, you're wasting a lot of 1 through 30 or 1 through 31. You're really wasting a lot of space because you might not have anything that month, or you might have 2 dates. So you have this whole thing and it's numbered from 1 to 31. Well, that's kind of a waste of space, as far as I'm concerned. But this has, there's plenty of space. You could double column it if you had a lot in 1 month, and then right after that, you have, instead of holidays, you have reasons for a party. Isn't that cute? That's just a cute idea. So it's got a flamingo and a martini glass, and it's just, I don't know, I just like it. It's just happy. Then you have a names and addresses sheet there, and you don't have those stupid important numbers. Like, this was one of my least favorite things in the Erin Condren. Let me explain why. So you had my important numbers, and you had stupid things like salons, contractors, cleaning service. What the hell? Cleaning service? Accountant, pet sitter. I mean, just had stupid stuff. I wrote something over, let's see, I wrote the theater over something, just, babysitters. I don't have babysitters. Anyway, this is nice because you can write what you want in there. I mean, I don't have a cleaning service. Get real. And then it only had that 1 page in the last, I don't think I have anything. Oh, I put my cleaning service, I wish. It only had the 1 page of addresses. This has 2. I know that Erin Condren is a little bit different this year, but this has 2 of the pages, and they're just blank for you to fill in with any kind of names and addresses that you want. And there's quite a bit of room. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 10 per page, so that's 20 of them. And it has name, address, phone, and email, so that's nice. So you have plenty of space. No, I lied. It has 3 of those pages. So there's 1, the back page has 1, and then the facing page has 1. So there's 30, so that's even better. And then it has, next, a notes section. So you can see on the little cutout it says notes. I hope you can see that. Probably you can't. Trust me when I tell you it says notes. There are 14 pages. I counted this. I love that they come in the middle of the planner. They're not stuck at the back. You can put lists. There's 14 of them. You can put lists. You can paste things in. That just didn't help at all, did it? You know, there's a lot of space in this. If you're one like me where you carry a lot of ephemera in your planner, or you paste things in, or you washi tape it in, lots of room in this. And I love that the note pages are in the middle instead of stuck at the back. This is brilliant. I love this planner. All right, so then you have the year of the weeks. So you have, for example, it starts in August, so there's August. It says, pool parties are the perfect excuse for an umbrella in your drink. And then it just has the cute little picture at the beginning of the month. You turn the page, and you have the second double month on 2 pages with, again, the to-do list down the left side of the left page. Plenty of room in there, a nice little picture. Immediately after the month, you start the first week. Now in this, the weeks are just, has the day and the date and then just lines, which I love because you can just use it however you want. So if you're one to cut your day in half and put your appointments on one side and your to-dos on the other, or if you really are just using it as a logbook, or I use my planner more as a logbook than, I mean, I do have to-dos and those go first, and sometimes I have appointments, but I generally put those on the monthly pages. But on the days, a lot of times it's a logbook. You know, did I drink all the water I needed to? What did I do? What happened? Sometimes I record weather, things like that, and I love this. So it has a little picture down at the bottom. And then, this is kind of a bummer, but you know, a lot of calendars do that. They split Saturday and Sunday. I see why they do it, but in this, there's a lot of space, and there's a lot of white space between the days and under things too. So, and then down the side of the page, there's a lot of white space on these pages, and I love that. One of the things I love the most about Planner Pad when I used it was that it was just so much white space, and it was wonderful because I use a lot of this, guys. I write sometimes way up in here, or I doodle, or I put stickers, or whatever. There's white space there, between the days there's lots of white space. So I'm really, really pleased with this. So September, the next month, it has a different double page layout like this for every month, and then it has like a little quote. September says, cheers to never saying goodbye to summer. I disagree with that, but you know. And so every month is exactly the same. So you get down to December, and then January starts up at the top, and you just run with the cutouts on the side of the page. There's nothing in the back of it. It ends with, if I could get there, I would show you. It ends with, shoot. It ends with January 5th. So it goes through January 5th, and then you have the back page. That scanner presumably is for Lilly Pulitzer. I don't have a smartphone, so I don't know. And you have this blank page back here, and then the back. This I just like much better for the way I use a planner. It's not that I didn't like the Erin Condren. I've used it now for several months, and I really like it. I wanted something less designery and more plannery, if that makes any sense. And this, you really get the best of both worlds. You get that nice hardcover, you get pretty colors, you get nice paper. The tabs are the cutouts, you know, not exactly tabs, like I said. They're tucked in, so they're protected. I don't know about you, but I take my planner everywhere, and I throw it in my bag and pull it out of my bag, and sometimes it falls on the floor, and things happen, and so it's nice to have things tucked in there and protected. I anticipate that it will hold up far better than last year's Erin Condren did for me. You might not have those same issues. Excuse me, thickness-wise, the Erin Condren is thicker, but bear in mind it has not only has it been used, but I have some things in it. By the time you put some things in your Lilly Pulitzer, it may look that way as well. The spiral is much smaller, so that's nice, and it's a different kind of spiral too. I know that Erin Condren has gone to a metal spiral this year, but this is one of those double spirals. Pardon me, and it doesn't just unhook. I'm trying to open it with the band on it. It doesn't just unhook where you can just wind it out of your pages. It's one of those where it kind of meets together. So, you know, I don't know if you want to take pages out. It would not be as easy as it is. Like if you want to, like the Erin Condren, if you want to totally unhook everything and rearrange it, you can. This one I don't see any need to. But I had thought originally what I would do is maybe take the entire thing apart, but take these months in the front out, punch them for a Filofax, and put them in my Filofax. I have an A5 coming. I probably won't do that after seeing this because I just really love the format, and I love the little book, and I love bound books anyway. But yeah, it's fantastic. I really like it. I highly recommend it. And for the price, I don't know how you could possibly go wrong. This is, like I said, the A5. This is the large one. They have a pocket size, which is 16. This is 26. This is the A5. They have a pocket size, which is 16. And they have a jumbo now, but I think they only had it in one design. I didn't care for the design, and then it was just too big. It was 8.5 by 11-ish. And I've learned the hard way that that's just too large. A5 really is the ideal size for me. So highly recommended. That's the back side. It looks just like the front. And they do start in August, so now is a good time to get them. I prefer academic planners anyway. If you have any questions, let me know. Highly recommended product. Thank you, Lilly Pulitzer. All right, bye. See you soon.